What can I say? For me, best of the series so far. Let's not waste any more time. Welcome back to Let's Share ML Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we are tackling the super secret map, Map 32 The Hard Way by Skillsaw, using music soundtrack Atomic by James Paddock. I will tell you right off the bat, this is my favorite of Back to Saturn X so far, just because of how fluidly this plays and the fact that we're literally given all the weapons and ammo we could ever want in this map. So, there's really any number of ways you can play this, because you can go yellow key first and lead it into the blue, or vice versa. So let's just go ahead and get a few things taken care of before we get too far into this. First of all, I want to start the map with the Megasphere. So let's head down below, down into the watery area. We want to go all the way to the back, but watch out, there's the Megasphere. We have chain gunners on us, we're going to have revenants that spawn back here. You're not getting out with all the health you're getting, but at least we can get it out of the way. That way we don't save this ambush for when we have pretty much no ammo left. And once we are done here, let's go ahead and get our way out of the pit. There are mostly well-hidden secrets in this one. There was only one I was able to find legitimately. The other two I literally had to look up, so they can be quite tricky in this map. Now, up here, let's go ahead and get the Hell Knight out. So we make our way to the blue keycard. That's the one I'm going to start with in this one. Go ahead and get the Arachnotron out of the way, as we're really just clearing up the middle here. But where you see the Mancubus all huddled together on the top here, this is where we go for the blue key. So let's immediately get these guys out of here as fast as possible, and the Imp can go with them. And be careful, because this is literally the section that just keeps on giving, because when we go around the corner here, we are immediately going to see that there's another ambush tucked back in there. It's actually back behind where the blue key is, so you want to throw even more rockets back that way. That way we limit what will actually be able to come after us. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get us that blue key card. So right there it is, but let's again make sure that it's safe to grab. So we want to take all of this stuff out. As you can see right here with the blue key is the first secret, and the only one I was able to find legitimately. So now that everything's good, you see we have a yellow and blue key door there. All is clear except for down below, which we don't care too much about. I mean, the Mancubus really can't hit us at all unless we just get right to the edge and get splashed. But as long as there's nothing else back here that can come after us, let's go ahead, grab the blue key, and immediately hit the two corners for Painel Mills. Because you knew it wasn't going to be that easy. It never is. Just like that, get out of here, meatballs. We have no time for you. And now that they are out of our hair, let's continue on this way. Literally, the Flaming Psychopaths, no matter what series it is, they will just never stop. Over here is the Energy Cell Pack. It was only available once you got the blue key. I believe that was the line def trigger for it. So, let's continue on the other way, because we have to get the yellow key also, but we can also go for the BFG pretty early. So, let's go for that now. As you can see, we've got a cluster of enemies over here. Mancubus on one side, Barons on the other. And that's because each side gets its own Cyber Demon. Pre-installed, no assembly required. Let's go ahead and just get the Cyber Demons worried about other things, and then we will go ahead and just boot them out of existence right here. Literally, this room is perfect for stun-locking these things. Either they're going to fight the Hell Knights, or they're going to fight the Barons, or they're going to fight the Mancubus, but odds are they're not going to fight you unless you're just reckless enough to go in here guns blazing. So, just like that, they're out of here, Hell Knights are out of here, and get ready, because when we hit the switch, the ambush is not over yet. We get the Megasphere, and for good reason, because behind here, now we've got Arachnotrons. So let's go ahead and get them out of here, as we are having Lost Civilization flashbacks all of a sudden. And just like that, they are gone. That switch just reopens the door that's on the right side over there that's closed. So again, get the Mancubus out, as we had our own little mini Dead Simple map right here. Mancubus on one side, Arachnotrons on the other. And just like that, this area is good. So, secret number 2, as we can see, is going to be Berserk and boxes of rockets. So this is on a timed lift. So it's activated by line def triggers. As soon as you see the lift that 3 different imps are on over here by the Hell Knight, get on it. Even if you have to bully your way on there, it's done by line def triggers. Now we got on, this is secret number 2, right over here. At that point, we'll only have one more to go, and it's another tricky one with line def triggers. That's why I didn't find these legitimately. Very, very sneaky about how he hit them. And the good thing is, it's not anything that's that important. I mean, if you would have missed it and not been able to find the secret, the only thing you would have missed out on is a few rockets and a Berserk. I mean, you literally just got a Megasphere, so I don't think the Berserk is doing too much for you. So at this point, let's just torch everything up top, and let's make our way to the yellow key card. You know, I know it's not shaped like a figure 8, but it always feels like I'm moving in a figure 8 pattern going through this map. But I just love the fact that you for once have plenty of ammo, you have plenty of things to work with, you just get to run and gun. You literally just get to get back to the basics of what Doom is. And we definitely needed that, especially with how big and convoluted a lot of these maps have been lately with Back to Saturn X. I feel this is the map we all needed, absolutely, for this series, just to let things breathe. And just like that, let's go ahead, take out the Pain Elemental, which is an absolute pain in the butt out here, because there's so much room for him to just float around and flood this area with. But once we can get leverage on him, we can go ahead, get out here in the open, and finally deal with the tomatoes, which we're just going to deal with BFG, let's be honest. He's giving us enough ammo in this map, we can be a little bit reckless with it. And right now, let's go ahead and torch that Revenant up there that can still snipe you going for the blue or yellow key doors. So let's get him out and the Spectre, and make our way to the yellow key. Yellow key, that's going to be over this way. Go through a blue key door, and beware, this trap is a mess. Get in here mainly to get the rockets and get out. That way we can cause some infighting there between the imps, the revenants, and the Mancubus. Otherwise, you're just going to get flooded the second you get there. Believe me, going in with as much health as possible is about as high as I can recommend it, because as you can see, you got revenants on the side pocket that T-bone you the second you get past the Mancubus, and you got the Mancubus with an absolute legion of imps around him. So just like that, the imps and revenants basically took the Mancubus out. Well, almost took him out. We only had to fire one shot and he went down. And at this point, not too much left to clean up here, thankfully. As you can see, he pretty much gives you your rockets back if you were using them in this room. But don't worry, we do have a very sneaky Archvile around the corner back here, because this is Skillsaw after all, and you knew he couldn't do anything without throwing at least one Archvile in the ambush, even if it's afterwards. So right there it is, don't even play around with it, just beat it. As you can see, that's the red door, which actually leads to the exit, and that is actually the back side of the red key area where those enemies were. So in other words, that's where you'll backtrack through to get to the exit at the end of the map. So let's go ahead back into the fray, as we now need to make our way to the other blue key door. So yes, you go through one to get to the other, and this is what's going to get us back on the path to the yellow key. So, over this way. And now, can't go through that one, but we can go through this one. And now, on this side, we're going to see that it just takes us to another part of the level that we've already been to. So, let's go ahead and get the supercharge, head right back out. because again, we do have flexibility with these keys. So let's go back out in the main area. This is where you go for the yellow key card. So again, that way you can do the yellow key first, or you can do the blue key first, either way. So at this point, let's just fight our way through. Secret number 3 is here, and it's on line def trigger. You just go to the back of the room and come back around, and there it is. But we definitely don't want to grab it now. We're already over 100 health. It would just be a waste. So let's go ahead and get the plasma rifle. And let's grab the key, which is going to spark a trap literally out of Sunlust. I mean, I feel like I have seen this exact same trap in Sunlust. Literally a room full of barons and imps. I'm pretty sure it was map 10. It was, yeah, it was map 10. It was when you went down below into the water room, and you had like 2 or 3 barons come at you, and then the other side of the room was just an endless wave of imps. Maru, I think the name level is called. The circle one. But just like that, we go ahead and clear this up, since we still have over 200 energy cells. Again, just the power he gives you in this map is just unrivaled. This is what Doom has been missing for so long. Because when you think of E1M1 Hangar and you think of E1M2, I mean, that whole Knee Deep in the Dead series, this is literally how you played Doom. You just ran from one key to the next, blowing up everything as you went. You didn't really have to worry about ambushes. You didn't really have to care about how ambushes would be dealt with. You just had the weapons and you just went crazy with them. And that's pretty much what you get to do with this one. There's really nothing that you really have to use that much to figure out. I mean, I think the hardest ambush in here by far was probably the Cyber Demon one. Potentially the Spire Mastermind one coming up, just because of how many things it throws at you the second you take the Spire Mastermind down. It's one of these where you have to just keep pushing forward, even as everything's unraveling around you. So let's go ahead and get into that, since we're now in the red key section. If you couldn't tell from the red cacodemons and the red sky back there. I know, it's always red. But, point taken. Go ahead, take out the Spire Mastermind, and this is what I mean. Immediately take out the Revenant back there, because he's going to snipe you usually before the blast even goes off. There's more cacodemons that are around here that floated up to the side. Make sure they go down. And then, like I said, this is one you have to just keep moving, because now you got imps guarding a bridge that you need to get on, hit scanners that are not going to let you sit still, a Mancubus on top of all of this, and if we hit the switch, that spawns in some Revenants to the mix also. And by the way, if we didn't already mention, there's 2 Archviles on top of the lift, and a Mancubus and Arachnotron waiting to catch you when you jump over the side, so... Like I said, the Spire Mastermind just kickstarts this ambush. It is not the ambush. So, get the Mancubus in fighting as much things as we can, just to try and save some ammo here. And of course, there's the Arachnotron that's sniping us 10,000 miles away, just like Jaska does. So, let's head up top. And go ahead, get the Revenant out. Be ready. We're to have dual Archvile here. Just BFG them into oblivion. And quickly, let's jump over here. Luckily, the Mancubus was taken out, likely by the Arachnotron. And here's mini ambush number 2. Just go wild with the BFG. Otherwise, it's a lot of beefy enemies in a small area. And when that's done, let's continue up the stairs here. Let's take out the Arachnotron. And there is a side pocket of enemies to be aware of. Shotgun soldiers and Cacodemon. Go ahead and get them out of the corner, and let's move on. We've got to basically fly over the horizon here, and immediately into the Pain Elemental, because daggone, we are not getting that started. Revenants, you can do whatever the heck you want, but at least we're not dealing with the meatball. Go ahead, get the Flaming Psychopath out, Revenant can follow, and why not? Let's just keep it moving. And get ready, because this is the fight that'll make you claustrophobic. So, fans of Sunlust, you'll feel right at home here, because I'll tell you, This is pretty much how Sunlust feels. I mean, using every potential square nanometer of the map just to avoid getting meleeed into oblivion. As we get the 2 Hell Knights out of here. And don't worry, we don't have the key yet. There has to be more meatball. So immediately eviscerate it with fire and explosions. Once that's done, the red key is ours, and we are out of here. As soon as we make sure there's no more enemies left, like old Buzzkill that had to be down in the pit on us. But at this point, I'm pretty sure we've got it all. Just make sure nothing else lingering around here. And with that said, we are done. Outstanding map by Skillsaw. Always have so much fun playing his maps, and this was honestly a breath of fresh air I feel this series needed. Considering how big and massive map 15 was, and how complicated even map 31 was. This one, absolute fun. Run and gun, classic style Doom. If you've not already, please check out the Back to Saturn X playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe, some more Conceive videos. We will see you back next time. Take care, everyone.